We finish our journey today in Copenhagen, capital of Denmark. Copenhagen is Scandinavia's largest and liveliest city and has about 1.4 million inhabitants. Despite being the country's capital, it has the feel of a small city. The New York artist Matthew Buckingham is exhibiting in the Danish capital. Art is crossing borders. Matthew Buckingham is preparing his first European solo exhibition at Gallery Tommy Lund, a very young gallery specialized in installation and video art. The second piece is a sound and film installation. The piece carries the title of the exhibition, Situation Leading to a Story. The installation is divided into two different parts. In one of the exhibition spaces is a 16mm film projector. In the other room, the images are shown. Between these two exhibition spaces, a small square opening is made to project the film images through.
I happened to find on the street in New York 4 rolls of 16mm motion picture film. And upon looking at the films, I discovered they were quite old, that they were from the beginning of 16mm as a home movie format, which was actually very expensive at that time. What I decided to do was investigate the origins of the films themselves, try to find out something about this format and these particular films, who the family might have been, what put these 4 films together.
Inside the box, each film can was marked in pencil with a single word: Garden, Peru, Garage, and Guadalajara.
Hi, I'm Neil calling from ACT, New Hampshire.
Hi Susan, my name is Nan.
My name is Louis Johnson.
May I ask you just 2 questions?
About the upcoming elections. When you think about the upcoming election, which 2 issues concern you the most?
We're a group of volunteers who get together in parks around New York and other cities now as well, every weekend to call voters in swing states.
When you think about the elections, which 2 issues concern you the most?
Here in New York, everyone has a small apartment, so I thought I could fit 10 people in my apartment, or I could fit as many people as we want in the park. So I got people together in the park, and it turned out that 120 people came, and I was shocked. Here in New York, our votes don't matter, or in Chicago or in Boston, these places, because they're already going for Kerry in this election. But what does matter is the votes of people in Missouri or New Hampshire or Ohio or Pennsylvania. And what we can do from home is call them on the phone and talk to them in person. Because of the system of American cell phone minutes, on weekends people get 3 minutes to call wherever in the country they'd like, which means it doesn't cost us any money to call people in Missouri.
Hello? Can you hear me okay? No. So Jared's not home.
If the presidential election were held today, who would you support? Strongly support Kerry. Okay.
Well, we're working with these groups that are doing the on-the-ground voter mobilization, which means we're calling people just to ask whether they're voting for Kerry or voting for Bush. And then people in the group we're working for will follow up and make sure that everyone who says they're supporting Kerry actually goes to vote.
I don't have a lot of time. This is a very manageable way to try and make a little teeny bit of difference.
If you were being led by George Bush, you would be in the park.
Well, as a New Yorker, they're sort of limited. I can vote, but it frankly doesn't count as much as a vote for people in these swing states. So I want to do something to help through the entire country instead of just in this state.
You know, we just have to do it because we have to get this guy out.
In the weeks leading up to the election, we usually call about 15,000 phone numbers every weekend and actually talk to about 3,000 or 4,000 voters. Surprisingly, most people who we call are happy to hear from us. I think that a lot of people appreciate getting phone calls if we're not trying to sell anything, which we're not. Every once in a while you get someone who's really hostile and they hang up or they shout at you or call you a communist. But the biggest problem is that people just aren't home. People are very busy on a weekend.
He hung up. He hung up.
We spraken iemand van een officiële instantie die zei letterlijk: nobody cares a damn about these African refugees. En ik denk, daar zit zeker een grond van waarheid in. Er ligt hier geen enkel belang. Aan de grens zitten ongeveer, niemand weet het precies, nog een 95.000 vluchtelingen uit Darfur die niet bereikt worden door de hulpverlening. Die mensen moeten zo snel mogelijk overgebracht worden naar de kampen van UNHCR, zodat ze toegang krijgen tot water, voedsel, onderdak en bescherming.
لا ما هو دين كله قتلوه عرب لا ما في يال كله قتلوه والناس صار رجال كله قتلوه وهنا هجادين فيها جيت إلى وين بس ما في ناس.
Het regenseizoen staat voor de deur. De grote angst is dat de vluchtelingen niet allemaal overgebracht kunnen zijn voordat het regenseizoen in zijn volle hevigheid losbarst. Nou, dan zit je met al die vluchtelingen aan de grens, waar nog steeds aanvallen zijn van de Janjaweed. Dus ze zitten niet veilig, zijn moeilijk bereikbaar voor de hulpverlening of niet bereikbaar voor de hulpverlening. Daar ligt een enorm probleem en er ligt ook een enorm probleem in die kampen, waar veel meer mensen zitten dan de grootte waar de kampen oorspronkelijk voor gemaakt zijn. Er is een gebrek aan water, zo meteen een gebrek aan voedsel, een gebrek aan ongeveer alles. En er is het grootste probleem van allemaal, een totaal gebrek aan fondsen om zo snel mogelijk ervoor te zorgen dat die vrachtwagens er komen, die wegen in een goede conditie blijven, dat voedsel en het water er komt. Dat bij het minste of geringste kan het maar zo wel die enorme humanitaire catastrofe worden waar we allemaal zo bang voor zijn.